Hello everybody, welcome on in. Today we are playing Ocarina of Time. Hello Kirby Buttgun, it's great to have you here. I am not playing any horrible Zelda game at 1.1 because I do not own a CDI, and 2, there are no CDI characters in Smash Bros. Well, I guess Link and Zelda are technically in Smash Bros, but I've got way better games to play for them. Such as Ocarina of Time! Oh my god, you guys have no idea how much I love this game. How much this game means to me. It's not my favorite game of all time. That's its sequel. But I love this game almost as much. God, and I am so happy to be finally replaying it. I haven't given it a proper replay since I started doing this series. Since I started playing one game for every character in Smash Bros. I haven't. And it feels so good to be finally back at this game. I'm playing it on the Switch, I'm playing it on N64 online. Hold up, I just realized you guys aren't there. There we go. Welcome on screen, Kirby Buttgun. But, oh my god, I am so happy to be with this game again. This is such a super nostalgic game for me. It is. Like, the two N64 Zelda games combined make for some of my favorite games of all time. Like, it's just a wonderful time all around. Like, if you've never played an N64 Zelda game, please, for the love of God, do it. The only thing is, I was a bit back in Ocarina of Time 3D is probably the better game than the 64 version, and I considered playing the N64 version. Sorry, the 3DS version. But I feel like the N64 version is just it's more authentic to what I'm doing. It is. So I am very pleased to be doing this instead. I am. Maybe I'll play the 3DS version again soon. I don't know. I'm definitely playing the 64. One of the big reasons I think I'm doing the 64 version of Ocarina of Time rather than the 3DS version is because I want to do the 64 version of Majora's Mask, because of the two, I actually prefer the 64 version of Majora's Mask over the 3DS remake. I am not a fan of what they did to some of the controls, such as the Zora swimming and Deku spinning. I'm not a fan of what they did to some of the bosses. I feel like they took away that element of choice when it came to fighting those dudes. There's a lot of design choices in Majora's Mask 3D I'm not a fan of that makes people prefer the 64 original. That does not apply to Ocarina of Time, because as we can see right now, the text boxes in this game are actually quite slow. They are. While in Majora's Mask, I think they fixed it. They let you, or like that's already something fixed from Majora's Mask. You can speed up the text already in that game. But I think overall, if I'm playing the 64 version of Majora's Mask, it feels right to play the 64 version of Ocarina of Time too. And some of that atmosphere is lost a little in the 64 version of and the 3DS version of Majora's Mask, especially the final Ganon fight. I just want to give this version a go. I know this is the game that got a lot of backlash when the 64 online first came out. It's got a lot of, like, the emulation just wasn't quite there. Like, the big critique being the fog was lost in Kokiri Forest and Darkling's room. But here, I think they fixed that and it won't be an issue. My main concern, I think, with this particular version of the game that made me go if in an arming is specifically the button layout for the Joy-Con controllers. Because you can't customize what each button does with this. Not a big deal for Zelda. Like, but the L and R button and the R it doesn't quite match up with the L and R buttons, I don't think. Like, I think ZR functions like R, but if you want to use Z targeting, you have to press the L button rather than ZL, which is annoying. We'll see as we start the game which they want us to play with. We'll get used to the controls pretty quickly, I think. But yeah, also for the C-stick, X and Y do some of them, but otherwise you're using the C-stick, the second stick, which isn't always as good as the C buttons, but honestly, using the C-stick is kinda how I grew up with this game, because like, I primarily grew up with this game playing the GameCube game, the 20th anniversary collection that had Zelda 1, Zelda 2, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask. That's how I really grew up with this game. I did have the N64 version, but our N64 broke at one point. Sorry. Wow, a fairy. Yes, it's amazing news. I know, I'm aware. Oh wait, that's right. I think the C buttons is, if you press the R button, it converts the... Oh, I need to get my weapon. I need to figure out the controls. Like what each button does. I need to get my shield. We'll leave the map on, I think. But how good is this music though? Oh, I love the Ocarina of Time soundtrack. I do. I'm curious to see how much I can get done tonight. I do have to work tomorrow, but I don't start till 10, so I do get a bit of a sleep in. But I also didn't sleep well last night, so like I think my sleep schedule's thrown off a bit, so I do want to make sure I sleep well tonight. I'm probably going to take a sleeping tablet to help me sleep tonight. We got the Konkiri sword! That's unheard of! But I love this game. Also, chances are we're going for 100% on this just because it's Ocarina of Time and I can do 100% pretty easily. That's right. Yeah, so this is what throws me off. ZL or Z and R, even though in the original, if you're playing on a 64 controller, like they're naturally where your finger lays, are in different spots. Like you have to use ZL for the Z button and R for the R button. You can't just ZR when really you want to be holding ZL and ZR. It is a little infuriating that they switched it up like this. But I think we can adjust to it pretty easily. It's not the greatest way to play these games. It really encourages you to get the 64 controller, which I don't own. I don't really have much intention of owning either. There's supposed to be a rupee there, isn't there? It doesn't matter. We can get the 20 rupees. No, 40 rupees, sorry, pretty easily. Yeah. One thing, now that I'm playing this game, like another way I considered playing this game is the randomizer. Which, yeah, I know these games well enough that I can play a randomizer if I want. Like, I think randomizers are really fun for this game. It almost turns it into a Metroidvania, which I think is brilliant. I do. Like, seriously, if you know this game well, but you want a new way to experience it, look into randomizers. They are fantastic. And there's so much you can randomize now. Like, they keep updating. Like, I'm behind. I haven't played a randomizer in a good chunk. But there's so much you can do with it now. And there we go. Right, we just need one more rupee, and then we can get the last blue rupee inside the shop. We'll go in here for a few more rupees, I think. Also, I want to get some C button stuff. Yay. There's a blue. Also, we could... we'll get the upgrades, I think, like the Deku Stick upgrade on the way out. There's a blue. I don't need to talk to you. Boo, 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 boo. Da, 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 da. You sell shields, but not swords. You got a Deku shield. Ooh boy. One game I'm a little sad I'm not really gonna get the chance to replay for this challenge is Twilight Princess. I've got Link to the Skyward Sword lined up for Zelda. Skyward Sword HD is what I'm playing next, by the way. I have not played the HD remake before, so that will be a brand new experience for myself. Half the reason I'm choosing Skyward Sword. I would love to play another Zelda game, like A Link to the Past or A Link Between Worlds, but I just don't think Zelda's important enough in those games, despite those being the games that lend Zelda her Smash Bros. Design. Okay, so that would be nice, but maybe just in my off time. Because I'm overdue to replay those games. Absolutely. Alright, we got a Deku Stick. Maybe now we can figure out how this works. Yeah, so if you hold in ZR, it turns the face buttons into C buttons. So that's something you can do. But also X and Y already function as two of them, which is probably how I'm going to play. In the GameCube version, what they did is you had X and Y were C buttons, but so was the Z button. So you had L, R, and Z, which I think is the ideal way. And the only button left was C up, which was... So you'd use the second stick for C up, which is fine for this game because all you use C up for is to look forward or to talk to Navi. And the Ocarina, I guess, but I don't mind playing second stick for the Ocarina. So that's not an issue for me. Oh, great Deku Tree. It's good to see a great Deku Tree in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. It's just a really classic character to me. Oh, wait a second. We can't skip text boxes. Does that mean Kepera Gepera or Kabora Gabora gonna be really annoying? I still don't know how you say that bloody owl's name. Kepera Gepera Kabora Gabora. I don't know. It's a stupid name. What kind of name is it? Let's be real. Yeah, I have to say, I am very curious to see how Skyward Sword HD works. Because that is one of the Wii games I thought relied almost too much on motion controls for how you play. Like, I actually really love Skyward Sword. But in terms of, what's the word I'm looking for? The longevity, like the preservation of that game. Like, motion controls worry me in terms of preservation and all that stuff, because not every system is going to use motion controls. So I think having controller options is very important for every game, and let's be real, most people prefer using a controller. Like, I prefer using a controller. I just tolerated motion controls because that's just how the game was made. And I did enjoy it too. I did enjoy it for the motion controls. But having the ability to play it without motion controls, I think is gonna be fantastic. You can open a door by standing in front of it and pressing A. I like to think that in universe, Link genuinely doesn't know how to open a door. Because in the Kokiri Forest, all the doors are just pathways. There are no doors in the Kokiri Forest, essentially. This would, in reality, be the first time he has ever encountered a door. So, to Link, it's just a wall. He genuinely needs Navi to tell him that, hey, this is not a wall, this is a door. Which I like the idea of. I feel like it leads credence to the facts that Navi is telling Link. Credence, that's not the right word. It just adds to it, I guess. You got the fairy slingshot! Oh no, I think I just remembered an annoying fact about this game. And that's that. Oh no. Ah. Actually, hold up. Yeah, the controls are inverse. What awful design. Awful, awful, awful. I wonder if you can change that in the settings, if there is a setting to change that. I don't know. But I could check. It involved having to go back to the file select screen. Because if there was a setting to change it, that's where it is. But I don't know if it has a setting option there. I don't. That's alright. We can survive just by L targeting. Speaking of, I cannot L target that. Oh, this game just comes naturally to me. This is everything to me, this game. The blurry back details, the blurry textures, the weird ass vine on the wall. Just everything about this game is just so perfect to me. Majora's Mask is better, mind you, but oh dude, I just love this game. Inject it into my vein. Oh god. Still, I can't wait to play Skyward Sword. And after I actually looked ahead to see who comes after Zelda. Because that's the thing, we're playing Ocarina of Time because Sheik comes before Zelda on the character select screen. He does. So, which is unusual, I'll admit. It's like, but I guess technically in the melee intro, you see Sheik before Zelda. Ah! Alright. Oi! Yeah, we got some hearts. Yeah, but after we complete Skyward Sword, we are moving on to Dr. Mario. And I have decided to play Dr. Mario 64 because I believe in that game there's a story mode. And I feel like having a story mode I can complete really adds to this challenge. Like, I don't just want to play a game for a few hours and then move on. I like to feel like I've completed something. I need to set myself a goal. In Ice Climber there were 32 mountains, so I beat 32 mountains. Why did I do that? I didn't need to do that. So in Dr. Mario, my goal is to beat the story mode. And that's the same with F-Zero. The reason I chose F-Zero GX was so that I had a story mode to complete. Which I did do. And I completed all the tournaments as well, which was a fun time. Actually, I take that back. story mode in F-Zero GX wasn't a fun time. This tournament mode was pretty cool. Although I never did that in the highest difficulty. F-Zero GX is unfortunately not a game I can really recommend. It is a bothersome game. It is a pain in the ass. Yeah. I have to say though, I am glad young Link is in Smash Bros again. He was cut in Melee and presumed gone forever, but then Ultimate worked his magic and brought him back, which is fantastic. It's like, this is genuinely one of my favorite designs for Link. And Adult Link is my favorite adult design as well. It is. But, it was thought to be lost forever in favor of Toon Link. And I like Toon Link. I love Wind Waker, but like, Toon Link is weird. I prefer having it set up like this, for sure. Come on, I want your Deku Nuts. Give me your nuts. Give me them nuts. Thank you. Oh, Deku Seeds. I am curious about something. Oh, that's not gonna work. No, there is a trick you can do, and I've done it before, that lets you jump up here. I think it involves, yeah, like this. Ooh. That wasn't right. I don't know why I died. We're not gonna bother because this is a casual playthrough of the game. This is a nice casual jaunt. Oh, wrong button. That shield is gonna throw me off the entire game. I mean, it's a good thing shielding isn't super important in this game. Like, early on, sure, but like, once you get past, I don't know, maybe once you're an adult, it doesn't really matter. Although, no, it's gonna be important for Twin Rover and any Octoroks you come across. But like, you don't come across Deku as an adult, I don't think. But that's alright. Shush, Navi, you're gonna make me miss the cycle! Really? I wonder. I'm just gonna try this. I have to. Okay. I guess that's the Master Quest only thing. I think in Master Quest that's already lower. Which is alright. But also in randomizers, they don't come this way to begin with. They don't. Because you have to go, when you're playing a randomizer, you can skip the Deku back way. You can. Oh, I say you can skip it in a casual playthrough too. But, there's a trick you can do that a lot of high level speedrunners do. I like it. And it lets you beat Deku Tree without the slingshot, I believe. I think that's the main purpose. Of course, if you have skulls turned on, then you might need to come this way anyway. Or if you're playing Master Quest, I think you come this way. But you only come this. The only skull is something. It's quicker to go the other way anyway. Woo. Woo. Let's go. Bring it. I mean, Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. Can I? Hey. I got the spin attack, but I did get hit. God. I like the combat in this game. Like, it's pretty simple, but it just works. If you're holding forward, you do an overhead slash. If you're L targeting holding forward, you do a jab. Now, if only I had bombs. Oh, lost my deku stick. I should get back into randomizers. I feel like when I get all these games done, once I've beaten Kingdom Hearts, I'd like to do a randomizer. I feel like playing randomizers should become... The idea was playing randomizers would become my in-between game when I worked on the video, but then I ditched the idea of doing individual videos for characters, which thank God I did that, because no one gave a shit, and I stopped giving a shit, and it just got in the way of me doing the challenge. That's why it took me so long to bloody do this challenge, because I just... Ooh. It's like I wanted to make the videos, but then I didn't. It took me a long time to make the videos, longer than it would take me to beat the bloody game. This just made more sense. This did. I reckon we can get to adult Link though. I reckon we can beat all 3 dungeons tonight. That's the main goal for me, I think. All 3 dungeons. Also, I'm not sure if you guys can notice, I got my Zelda themed shirt on today. I feel like it was an appropriate wear. Actually, it was a complete accident. I wear this shirt all the time. One of my favorite shirts. It's very worn out because of it. And, too worn out. But still, I love wearing it. I do actually have a lot of Zelda shirts now. 3 of them are Zelda / Splatoon theme. Like when they were doing the Zelda Splatfest, I decided to buy each of the things. So I have a Link theme shirt, and I have a Ganondorf shirt, and I have a Zelda theme shirt. I haven't actually opened the Zelda one yet. I still have that wrapped up because it's white. And I'm a messy person. I don't think I can get away with wearing white. Oi! Yeah, I messed that up. Come on, Goma. Hey! Oh, that was awful. I can do better than that. I find I'm adjusting the controls still. That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm going to stick with. Hey, I got hit. How that hit me? Eesh. I hope I don't die to King Dodongo. That would be embarrassing. God, the music in this game! Heart containers! You know what? This is something Nintendo Bandit, Master Nintendo Bandit recently pointed out. Oh, Bandit Games. That's his name, I think. Now Bandit Games. In his Zelda video. Or at least the thumbnail of his video. I was sort of using him as a video to slap him. But Zelda games should bring back the piece of heart. Instead of just getting these spirit orbs for beating shrines, let us find pieces of hearts out in the wild. They've forgotten about the piece of heart. Like, the piece of heart was a fantastic reward for out in the wild. I think you can still keep shrines, you can still keep spirit orbs, but maybe don't let the spirit orbs be what you work towards heart pieces and heart containers. Maybe they can be their own thing. Almost like gold sculptures. God. I have to say, it is very unfortunate for Ganondorf that this is my only viable Sheik game. Because otherwise, this would absolutely 100% be my Ganondorf game. Like, this is... Though in Hyrule Warriors, another game I considered for Ganondorf, they associate each of the 3 main areas in that game with one of the main heroes. Twilight Princess, I think, gets associated with Link. Skyward Sword gets associated with Zelda, while Ocarina of Time gets associated with Ganondorf, and I think that is extremely fitting. This is the era where Ganondorf rose to power and is most prominent. He's pretty good in Wind Waker too, like he's fantastic in Wind Waker. But this is where Ganondorf first became Ganondorf. Also, I miss this. Look, it's Nehru, Faroe, and Din. Where have they gone in the newer Zelda games? I miss them so much. I do. Instead it's all about Hylia this, Hylia that. And Hylia is cool, but like, give me the golden goddesses. Please. Nehru. Order wisdom into the earth and gave the spirit of law to the world. Oh dear. Do yourself a favor. Never get into a verse debate, or even bring up a verse debate. It's like, I'm a Reddit user. I apologize for that fact. I'm ashamed of myself for it, but I do use Reddit, and I was using Reddit to talk about the death battle community, and I wanted to bring up something that intelligence isn't often used as an example when it comes to a feat in death battle. Like, and I feel like, and the example I used is Ganondorf versus Bowser. The common belief among the community is that Bowser beats Ganondorf, like Bowser trounces Ganondorf. However, I brought up the fact that Bowser is an absolute idiot, while Ganondorf can be quite strategic. And I use that as an example of intelligence being a factor, where someone who is technically lower on the feat scale of like skills and stuff, being able to use intelligence as a winning factor. And genuinely speaking, I think if Ganondorf and Bowser got in a fight, I think Ganondorf's gonna win. Bowser's powerful, but he's a dumbass. He's got too many anti-feats. He loses to the likes of Toadette and Daisy. I think because of that, and also the way you defeat him is often him placing bombs around the arena. I don't think Ganondorf could probably kill Bowser, but I don't think Bowser beats Ganondorf. I think Ganondorf's too smart. He would figure out Bowser's weaknesses. He would be able to play around him. He does. And I think that is a genuine factor. The only time Bowser's ever felt competent is in Bowser's Inside Story, where you're playing as Bowser. That's a big factor. Bowser is the ultimate final boss for Mario, and often he falls victim to very gamey ways to beat him, like having the conveniently placed power block at the top of his tower, or the axe at the end of the bridge, or the button, or bombs placed around the arena, or lava plumes, or obvious ground pound spots. He's very much he doesn't learn. And that's something. Ganondorf in his boss fights does actually tend to learn. Maybe not so much in Ocarina of Time. He generally keeps throwing energy balls at Link and lets him get shot by light arrows. But, that could argue, like, Ganondorf fights from a distance in Ocarina of Time because he's weak to the Master Sword. So he throws energy balls at Link, which gives Link the opportunity to reflect them back. So, like, there's a logic to it. There is. But, in Wind Waker, Zelda is shooting light arrows at, him. And what does Ganondorf do? He knocks Zelda out. He stops the light arrows. And eventually, when Zelda wakes up, he starts learning. He starts dodging the light arrows. He starts seeing the light arrows coming. He adapts. Which is why Zelda and Link have to adapt by reflecting the light arrows off the mirror shield. That's how you beat Ganondorf in that game. In Twilight Princess, during the Ganon battle, you have to you have to shoot him in the head with the arrow to stop him and knock him over so you could attack the weak point. Ganon learns. He starts vanishing before you can shoot him in the head with the arrow. That's when you have to transform into a wolf to knock him over instead. He learns, and then he decides to just blow up the castle. And then when he fights horseback, once you defeat him on horseback, you defeat him on horseback because Zelda's shooting light arrows at him. So when he falls off, he separates Link and Zelda so he can one-on-one Link instead. Ganondorf learns. I should come back here with the Ocarina. But since I am here, I am gonna get this instead. Because once I get the Ocarina, I can start doing some Ocarina minigames, get some heart pieces. Do some fun stuff like that. I should have played the 3DS version. The 3DS version is better. But I am playing on the TV. I do enjoy playing on the TV. So that is a big plus. Actually, we have to come back here for Darunia anyway. We'll get those things then. And by then, we'll have to learn Saria's song, and by then we can use Saria's song for Skull Kid and get his heart piece. Also, Skull Kid for Smash, obligatory, all that. He's my most wanted newcomer. I should do a video. Who are my most wanted characters in Smash Bros at the moment? Number 1 is Skull Kid, number 2 is Bandana D. Number 3 is probably King Boo. My top 5 for Ultimate were Skull Kid, Bandana D, Ridley, Banjo-Kazooie, and King Boo. I got 2 of those. Ridley and Banjo got in, which is fantastic, I have to say. But I missed out on Skull Kid. Skull Kid's an uphill battle. There is no guarantee they will ever add Skull Kid to Smash Bros. So we got the Ocarina. I love the Ocarina. Shout out to the recent video I watch that talked about atmosphere in Zelda. And I think that's something not lost in Breath of the Wild, it's very much changed. They don't worry too much about those small moments. They take away a bit of that fanfare, I guess. Which is fine. But I do miss some of this moments like this. Learning a new song on the Ocarina. Ooh! I fucking love this song. This game is my childhood. Oh. Oh. Kabura. Oh my god, you do talk slow. Alright, we have to be careful here because if we try and rush it too much. I skipped it! Oh, I do love the owl theme though. I do love Kabura's theme. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Shit. Can I take them down? I'm not going to. Oh, I do want to get to Hyrule Castle, where it is faster to walk backwards. See, I know the speedrun strats of this game. I say as I walk into a wall. Oh no, I think I was taking too much time being in awe of the game. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Go, Link! Go! I made it! I think I made it during daytime. I cannot believe that. Oh my god. Look at them all. Look at them all! Ooh. How many skulls is that? It doesn't tell me how many skulls it is! Ah. 4. We're getting 100 skulls. I think I want to go for 100%. I think I love Zelda games enough to go for 100%. And that goes for I'm not getting all the Deku seeds in Ocarina of Time. Not Ocarina of Time, in Tears of the Kingdom. Because that would be obscene. But for shrines, I think I can go for every shrine. Maybe. I don't know, we'll see how I feel when I get to it. Because like Tears of the Kingdom is a gargantuan game. Hello, Malin. They're different. Let's be real. Those two hook up. They're gonna bang. That's my headcanon. I mean, it's a pretty widely accepted headcanon too, that Malon and Link sort of end up together. That's where Twilight Princess Link comes from. I can take you on. I need rupees. Get 15 shots. Thank you. What? Ah, I missed ya. Alright, that's alright. That's alright. I'll get the free game. Almost. Alright, I'll let you try one more time for free. This time you've got to do it. Thank you. Too early. Thank you. Thank you. Perfect. And now we already have the max amount of Deku seeds. You can get those extremely early on, which makes sense. You don't spend that much time, relatively speaking, as Childling. Just 3 short dungeons, and one of those dungeons is basically just a tutorial place. So it checks out. Alright, let's move on. I'm gonna need to take a break soon if I'm being completely honest. Might need to go to the loo. Hey Link, this way! Don't lie to me, I need to climb the vines. The princess is inside the castle. Just ahead, be careful not to get caught by the guards. New. You're a smart kid. Good luck then. It's Raru! And we actually know how that name is said now. Thank you, Ocarina. Thank you, Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, wait. Nighttime. And do some shenanigans. Richard! We have you, dear sweet Richard. Follow me, Richard. Hurry up. Get another piece of heart. Is it this one? No, I can never remember which one it is. That's the bombshell shop. Also, one of the places that don't change in entrance rando is you need to be able to take Richard to the mum in order to get it. Otherwise, the check becomes impossible. Ooh. Did we just see green screen? Richard! Little Richard! Yay! Was that our first piece of heart? I didn't get any in here. No, because I didn't have the Ocarina. I couldn't really do anything. Ooh, I tell you what though. I am gonna have to come back. I had a burger for dinner. Now it's... Oh, that's the wrong one. We've lost the game. There we go. That's what we were after. I'll be right back. I wish I could have some decent music playing, but it's nighttime, so... Oh. Whew. I need to stop ordering takeout. Hold on. A bit cold in my room at the moment. Let's move that down. Perfect. 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 Oh yeah, we got the Ocarina. We can use that soon. There we go. Alrighty. I can't believe there's not more people here. Like, it's Ocarina of Time. Lots of people love Ocarina of Time. They do. Oh, let me get this back on charge. There we go. God, I love the sound of Malon singing. It's so artificial and very much a product of the time. But because I grew up with it, it just sounds so natural to me somehow. Ooh, doo doo doo, doo 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 doo. Probably why I'm not a good singer, honestly. Hey! Ooh, ah, da, 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 da. And this is something else. It took me a while before I realized you could actually go in through the gate. Like the guard, you can pay off the guard to get through. I just always assume those vines is just the only way in. So God, these guards are useless. Absolutely, just completely oblivious. Also, we're not going to have to wait for the cuckoo to hatch. It's nearly daytime. The chicken hatched into an egg! Incredible! Yeah, very was tempted to just play this on emulator. It's like you have to play this on emulator for the rando to work. You do. But, like, because it has a lot of quality of life, changes. Skipping text boxes, that sort of thing. But it also skips cutscenes. I feel like you're missing the point if we skip cutscenes, because the cutscenes we're skipping are the ones with Sheik in it. Like, Sheik basically isn't a character in Ocarina of Time. Ooh, excuse me. What was I saying? Sheik is basically not a character in Ocarina of Time, Rando. May as well not exist. And that kind of ruins the point. Half the yeah, let's say half the reason we're here is for Sheik. But it's such a good game anyway. I am so glad Debbie Yi, and I can't wait to see Sheik. Sheik was so good in this game. He was, and oh, the design. This is still my favorite Sheik design. I hope the next Smash Bros reverts Sheik's design to something else. Like, I like the idea that they went with the Breath of the Wild armor. I think that suits for this Sheik. I think it was a great time. I don't want it to become Sheik's design in the next Smash Bros game. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing Brawl Sheik back, actually. I feel a bit nostalgic for that design now. It's been so long since we've seen it. I think it's a shame Hyrule Warriors never added her Smash Bros design as costumes. I think that is a hugely missed opportunity. I think Having a Smash Bros themed adventure map would have been fantastic for Hyrule Warriors. Like, it could have been a way to initially add Toon Link to the game, but then they did Hyrule Warriors Legends. What else? They could have given Sheik and Ganondorf new weapons based on their Smash Bros moveset. I think would have been pretty cool. Like, I know a lot of people don't like Falkendorf, but I don't mind it. Oh, this guy is useless. Just unbelievably useless. I'm right behind you, dude. Thank you. Yeah, I also think it would have been fun for a Smash Bros themed Hyrule Warriors adventure map to do costumes, recolors based on Nintendo characters. Like, imagine Link dressed as Mario. Also, I've gotten these dudes in an awkward cycle. It's gonna be a hot minute before I get past these guys. Also, did that dude despawn up? Oh, no, there he is. Just vanished for a bit there. Oh, I don't know if I can handle this. I don't know if I can handle this. Ah. Oh, look, it's Mario. Look at it. Oh, hitting Mario gives you the red rupee. Oh, this game is special. And this is one of the first Easter eggs you can find in a game. This cutscene. Oh my god, this cutscene is one of the best in the game. Who are you? How did you get past the guards? Oh, what's that? Is that a fairy? Then are you from the forest? Then you wouldn't happen to have the spiritual stone of forest, would you? The green and shining stone? Do you have it? Yes. Just as I thought! I had a dream. In the dream, dark storm clouds were billowing over the land of Hyrule. But suddenly, a ray of light shot out of the forest, parted the clouds and lit up the ground. The light turned into a figure holding a green and shining stone, followed by a fairy. I know this is a prophecy that someone would come from the... I know this is a prophecy that someone would come from the forest. Yes, I thought you might be the one. Oh, I'm sorry. I got carried away with my story and didn't even properly introduce myself. I am Zelda, Princess of Hyrule. What is your name? Link. Strange, it sounds somehow familiar. Okay then, Link. I'm going to tell you the secret of the Sacred Realm that has been passed down by the royal family of Hyrule. Please keep this a secret from everyone. She says it too. It's a secret to everyone. The legend goes like this. The three goddesses hid the Triforce containing the power of the gods somewhere in Hyrule. The power to grant the wish of the one who holds the Triforce in his hands. If someone with a righteous heart makes a wish, it will lead Hyrule to a golden age of prosperity. If someone with an evil mind has his wish granted, the world will be consumed by evil. That is what has been told. So the ancient sages built the Temple of Time to protect the Triforce from evil ones. That's right, the Temple of Time is the entrance through which you can enter the sacred realm from our world. But the entrance is sealed with a stone wall called the Door of Time. And in order to open the door, it is said that you need to collect 3 spiritual stones. And another thing you need is the treasure that the royal family keeps along with this legend. The Ocarina of Time. Ooh, they gave that this moment. Did you under the story I just told you? That's great! I forgot to tell you. I was spying through this window just now. The other element from my dream, the dark clouds, I believe they symbolize that man in there. Will you look through the window at him? As we all know, Zelda is racist. Look at this guy, he's done nothing wrong. There's nothing suspicious about him at all. And you see the man with the evil eyes. That is Ganondorf, the leader of the Gerudos. They hail from the desert far to the west. Though he swears allegiance to my father, I am sure he is not sincere. The dark clouds that covered Hyrule in my dream, they must symbolize that man. Oh, and I love that in Tears of the Kingdom, we essentially got to see that cutscene. I mean, it was a different Ganondorf, different King of Hyrule, but still, we got to see what was like there. What happened? Did he see you? Don't worry. He doesn't have any idea what we're planning yet. Yes, I told my father about my dream. However, he didn't believe it was a prophecy. But I can sense that man's evil intentions. What Ganondorf is after must be nothing less than the Triforce of the Sacred Realm. He must have come to Hyrule to obtain it. And he wants to conquer Hyrule. No, the entire world! Link! Now we are the only ones who can protect Hyrule. Please. Thank you. I am afraid. I have a feeling that man is going to destroy Hyrule. He has such terrifying power. And it's fortunate that you have come. We must not let Ganondorf get the Triforce. We'll protect the Ocarina of Time with all my power. Shall not have it. You go find the other 2 spiritual stones. Let's get the Triforce before Ganondorf does. And then defeat him! One more thing. Take this letter. I'm sure it will be helpful to you. We received Zelda's letter! Ah! The song, Zelda's Lullaby. Oh my god, this is such a good song. The soundtrack to this game is just phenomenal. And I look at Impa. I wouldn't mind seeing Impa in Smash Bros. I thought Impa was a shoo-in to be an Echo Fighter for Sheik. I just think it's one of those things that made sense. There were 2 characters I thought would be either costumes or clones or Echo Fighters or something when it came to Ultimate. One of those characters was Daisy. And I got that straight away. Daisy was one of the first new characters announced. The other was Impa, which didn't happen. And I am shocked it didn't. Like, Impa was the one who taught Sheik everything they know. You are a courageous boy. You are heading out on a big new adventure, aren't you? My role as the princess's dream was to teach a melody to the one from the forest. This is an ancient melody passed down by the royal family. I hope in the Zelda movie, we get an action Impa. Like we see here, or like the one we see in Hyrule Warriors, or like the one we see in Skyward Sword. I don't want old lady Impa. I don't. I also don't want Age of Calamity Impa. I don't think that's a good version of Impa. That just feels too... We made Paya. I don't think Paya is a good version of Impa. I miss the Ocarina. Miss it so much. But this game is amazing. You've learned Zelda's Lullaby. If the castle soldiers find you, they will let me lead you out of the castle. Ba, 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 ba. This game does a good job of introducing all the sages before you actually find out them about sages. Like, we already met Saria, we're meeting Impa now. Technically, the owl is Raru, and the point of Raru is that he's the first one, so you don't necessarily need to meet him before him. And then we're gonna meet Darunia, and then we're gonna meet Ruto. And we even meet Naburu before we find out she's a sage. At the foot of Death Mountain, you will find my village, Kakariko. That is where I was born and raised. You should talk to some of the villagers there before you go up Death Mountain. The song I just taught you has some mysterious power. Only royal family members are allowed to learn this song. Remember, it will help to prove your connection with the royal family. Princess is waiting for you to return to the castle with the stones. Alright, we're counting on you. She's gone! You know what's wild? Technically I could be wrong here, but technically speaking, I'm pretty sure the very first video game Impa shows up in was one of the Zelda CDI games. Wand of Gamelon, I think it was. Goes the one where you play as Zelda. Unless, because I'm pretty sure that game came out before Ocarina of Time. Impa was in the instruction manual for Zelda 1 and 2. I don't know about Link to the Past, but she was in the instruction manual. But she never shows up in any of the games. Ocarina of Time is realistically the first video game she shows up in. She existed beforehand, but if you don't count Zelda CDI, it's Ocarina of Time, which is wild to me. That said, if Impa wasn't Smash Bros, my game for her would absolutely be Skyward Sword. Like, she's epic in that game. She's fantastic. She is. Also, we're gonna go get a bottle. Chickens! I mean, I can't wait to go through Skyward Sword again. Like, thinking about Impa in that game. God, she's everything. She's undeniably cool in Skyward Sword. I would like to see other stuff. But okay, here's the thing though. If Skyward Sword became my game for Impa, then what would become my game for Zelda? I think it would have to be one of the 2D games. Spirit Tracks would be a strong contender. Like, Zelda is phenomenal in Spirit Tracks, but that's also Toon Zelda. And I think I wouldn't want to use Toon Zelda. I don't know why, but it just feels wrong. I think I would want to use A Link to the Past or A Link Between Worlds, because that's the design she uses in Smash Bros. I think. I'm not sure. Because like all the other three... There is Twilight Princess. Like I could make Twilight Princess my Zelda game. It's probably the 3D Zelda game she is the least important in. But you gotta make do with what you got. Oh, bless me. Yeah, and she's still somewhat cool in Twilight Princess. Like, you meet her relatively early on. She sacrifices herself for Midna. She is you are led to believe at first that she is the Twilight Princess. And she helps out in the final battle, and you get to have a boss fight against her. So like, it wouldn't be a super bad choice, it's just that there are better choices. And it would give me an excuse to play Twilight Princess again. The only issue is though, I don't have Twilight Princess HD. For some reason, I think it got lost in the move or something somewhere. I thought I took it off my brother, but it's not where I would have thought it was. I might have to give it another look for it. Maybe it's in a box somewhere without didn't expect it to be in. But yeah, Skyward Sword, not where I thought it would be. No, Twilight Princess, sorry. I'm really hoping they re-release the GameCube Zelda games on the Switch. One of the big things, there's a big push to bring Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD to the Switch. They are some of the last Wii U games stuck on the Wii U. A list of the games feasible for Switch. Like, I don't see many people asking to bring the likes of Nintendo Land or Smooth Moves. Not Smooth Moves, Game & Wario over. Because I don't think Game & Wario would particularly work on the Switch. But yeah, the other big one is Xenoblade Chronicles X, which absolutely could work on the Switch, but just it would just be an issue. Star Fox Zero was also stuck on the Switch, but that wasn't a particularly popular game, so maybe it should stay there. For helping me, I will give you this. A fine glass and should be useful. We got a bottle! Yay. Now, is there anything I can do here? Or do I need to make it daytime? I don't think that kid's gonna let me move any of the graves. Because, like, we could get Sunsong here. No, I did not think so. So, we're going to quickly make it nighttime and then go around and collect some of the skulls and such. There's a fair few skulls we can get at the moment. Just need to make it nighttime real quick. And then we're sorted. Oh dear, I love this game. It's so ingrained in me. There's not much of this game I don't already know. Let me through, guard. I have the written signature of the princess. This is Link. He is under my orders to save Hyrule. Yeah, that was my attempt at humor. Mr. Hero. No, that wasn't deep enough. That was meant to be my Wario, but that wasn't deep enough. Wahaha! Yes, Wario #1. What was that? I like my Waluigi. Waluigi #1. That's nasal. My nose is a little blocked at the moment, so I feel like that's hampering my impressions. Shh. Yes, 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 yes. I get it. I get it. Oh my god, let me through already. You want the Keaton mask? I can go get it for you at some point. Just not right this second. Please. My goodness, dude. Stop talking. Thank you. Thank you. Oof. I can feel that pain. This is a freaking job. Having a job sucks. It does. But as an adult, we have no choice. We need to earn money somehow. Just, we are forced into this endless cycle of abuse. Essentially what it is, like, having a job these days is abuse. I mean, I shouldn't say that, it's making too light of people who actually do suffer from abuse, but still, it's not pleasant. And like, some jobs actually are abuse. But you're forced into situations you don't like, just to make a living. Go get this nice and pretty skull. You destroyed a gold sculpture. Yeah, the dude's not here. Huh? I thought that automatically got you up there. That's better. Now give me a piece of heart. I demand you give me your heart. Thank you, sir. I'm starting to get that Smash Bros fever again. Like, the next Smash Bros game is probably in development now. It is. Sakurai is starting to wind down on his YouTube videos. We know Namco is currently working on a 2D action game of some sort. And like, the development team has started adding spirits to Smash Ultimate again? Like, that was out of the blue, and like, somebody has to be doing that too. They can't, like, even if it's a small team, they'd have to have someone working on it to get that done. And it's so random. Like, why are they adding spirits to Ultimate? I almost feel like adding these spirits to Ultimate, it feels like maybe they're working on a port? That's a pretty big maybe. It's like, they're working on a port, they want the two games to match to a certain extent. So some of the new spirits they'll add to the port, they'll add to the original game. Also, we're about to play Dante's digging game. And this is supposedly quite luck-based. Let's see. No, keep digging. Come on. Let's see how long it takes for us to get the piece of heart. I want to. Hopefully, it doesn't take too long. Well, that is a thing. Like, this has been a speedrun killer for a lot of people. In the randomizer, you can get it straight away. Like, it is always the first one. We'll take red rupee. We're just gonna let him walk, I think. Ooh, but I really want up there. I really want to get that piece of heart up there. Hey, it's the sun. Come on, dude. Come on. What's taking you so long? There we go. So what do we want to see in the next Smash Bros game? Like, what characters? Like, it's such a big concern though, because how many characters are gonna be in this next game? Like, people seem to think that it's gonna massively shrink the roster, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I think at worst, it's gonna be the same size as Smash Wii U's roster. Because that game was started from beginning. Red rupee. Can I get you to dig there again, or? No, I think I have to get him to the next dirt patch. Yeah, so at worst, Smash Wii U, because like that game had a that started from a new development team, started from the beginning, so it's not as that's the worst case scenario. Although this game is likely to be, it might not be the exact same development team people. It's going to be very similar people who worked on it. It's like it's from the same. I guess team is the right word, but from the same group of people who worked on. Like, it might be a different group of people, but it'll be the same team that worked on Smash Ultimate and Smash Wii U, which I think makes it likely that we'll still get a good size roster. And this is Sakurai we're talking about. He loves going all out for his games. He does. I have a hard time believing he would just leave the game feeling lesser than Smash Ultimate. It's like, the fact is, they need to be able to make this game worthy of standing alongside Smash. Also, what am I gonna say? They need to make it worthy standing alongside Smash Ultimate. Because if it's just a smaller game, if it's just smaller, then we don't have a reason to play it over Ultimate. They need to give us a reason to play this game. They do. And they can't just do something smaller. Like, look at, like, this is a bad example because the game still sold phenomenally. But look at Pokemon. The backlash those games got. So, like, the quality drop, this backlash they're still getting. Like, we lost a lot of Pokemon in this main series, and it felt like there was nothing there to compensate for it. There wasn't. And the game still sold well because it's Pokemon, and those games sell well anyway. God, I like Pokemon. I really, if they keep up the quality that they're working with, I really want one of the games to flop. I do. I need a Pokemon game to flop. I am tired of them getting away with the lackluster effort in their games. I am. Like, they need a wake-up call with Pokemon, and I don't want Smash Bros to go down that route. But I also don't think it will, because Sakurai is significantly better than anyone who has ever worked at the Pokemon company. Dude's my favorite developer. Like, not only did he make Smash Bros, but he also made Kirby games, like a lot of the early Kirby games. He made Kid Icarus Uprising, which might be my favorite 3DS game. He made Kirby Air Ride, which I quite enjoy. I think he knows to give you the goods. He knows can't just go smaller. You can go sideways. Absolutely, sideways is fantastic. Don't go smaller. I think going smaller would be a mistake. It would be. I think a 60. Oh, this is the issue. Smash Bros. Has a lot of characters in it now. There are 89 characters in the game. To shrink the roster down to just 60 would leave you with a lot of painful cuts. I think... Who would we cut? Okay, let's talk about cuts. I think, first of all, we'll look at the big franchises. Mario, Zelda, Pokemon. Actually, and Fire Emblem, because that has a lot too now. See that? I have an idea. Now, I've never done this before, but maybe, just maybe, we can get the chest. See, there's a trick you can do to keep it out. That didn't work. Alright, I reckon that worked. Just gotta make sure we're in the right spot. It's on, it's open, it's on fire, it's on fire. No! That was close. That wasn't bad. That wasn't a bad first attempt. Probably not gonna do another attempt, but that wasn't too bad. Anyway, let's talk cuts in Smash Bros. First of all, Mario. That's easy. Piranha Plant, Dr. Mario, get them out of here. They don't need to stick around. Piranha Plant's pretty cool, but yeah, we don't need them. If you need to make another cut beyond those, go Bowser Jr. I am also ignoring Echo Fighters. I think if you're gonna have Peach, you may as well have Daisy. The development time doesn't matter. If it does matter, then sure, get rid of Daisy, but I'm also pretty... Actually, no. Keep Daisy. She's in Mario Wonder now. She deserves to stick around. But yeah, don't cut Rosalina because she's impressively unique and I love her and would be very upset if she was cut. So don't do that, please. But yeah. Yeah, so Piranha Plant, Dr. Mario, Daisy if you need to, Bowser Jr. if you need to. I do think, like, already we know Rosalina out-prioritizes Bowser Jr. Rosalina was one of the first characters added to Ultimate. Smash Wii U. She was one of the first newcomers decided on. I think she gets priority. Although it would be a shame to lose Coop. Yeah, actually, Bowser Jr. would take much more development time because he's got all the Koopaling costumes too. I think that is a point against him because he takes that extra time to work on. This is going to get me in my 10. I think once you get 10, you can get the adult swallow. I think that's the first prize. Yeah, so that's 3 characters from Mario. Next is Pokemon. We've already lost Pichu. We've already lost Squirtle and Ivysaur before. They will probably be the first to go. I think Incineroar should be the first of the standalone unique characters to go. I think Incineroar was already one of the most worthless additions to Smash Bros. I fucking hate that thing in existence. So yeah, please get rid of Incineroar. We don't need him around. But from the point of view of... Keep Greninja. Greninja, I think, has earned his place. Probably keep Mewtwo. We've lost Mewtwo before, but there are 4 other Pokemon we can cut before we cut Mewtwo, so that's fine. Although we do have to consider that we'll probably get a Pokemon newcomer. And obviously Charizard's going to stick around. I feel like if you're going to bare minimum Pokemon, you need Pikachu, Jigglypuff, Lucario, Charizard, Greninja. And probably Mewtwo. Like, Mewtwo was cut before, so like, we know we can live without Mewtwo, but at this point we should probably keep Mewtwo around. Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem's tricky. Realistically, there's only 6 Fire Emblem characters. Lucina and Chrom should not be in the conversation because they're just Echo Fighters. But I would do it as keeping Marth, he's the mascot, Robin, and Byleth. They are the most unique characters from the franchise. Ike too, if you've got to keep another one, but I don't think Corrin is worth keeping because like he was one of the least popular characters to begin with. Fire Emblem Fates was not a game that was particularly remembered well, like Three Houses and Awakening are. Yeah, but Marth, Robin, and Byleth make a solid trio. Ike if you have to have another one. Which you can, like there's no problem with having Ike there. Shut up, Navi. Alright, so after Fire Emblem, Zelda. Zelda only has 6 characters in Smash Bros. But realistically speaking, there are also 3 characters you could get away with removing. Those are Young Link, Toon Link, and Sheik. We're playing the Sheik game. I'm saying we could cut Sheik. The fact is, Young Link, Toon Link, and Sheik are alternate versions of characters who already exist. To me, that makes them okay to cut. I don't know what I just did. Okay, we just made it nighttime, which is basically what I wanted. That's fine. Yeah, alright, so that's already a good chunk of the characters gone now. Making a dent in the bigger franchise. I think another character we could consider getting rid of from a franchise that don't really need to lose anything, but hey, if we're cutting, is Zero Suit Samus. I think having an ult for Samus with her helmet off would accomplish the same thing. I don't think we need to have Samus as her own unique character. I want to talk to you, let's talk to you. What the heck, who are you? When I heard the song of the royal family, I expected their messenger had arrived, but you're just a little kid. Has Darunia, the big boss of the Gorons, really lost so much status to be treated like this by his sworn brother, the king? Now I'm really angry. Get out of my face now. Are you asking why I'm in such a bad mood right now? Yeah, okay, I know what he has to say. Can't wait to see him dance though. I love a dancing Goron. Oh dear. Who else? Third party characters. I would be curious about who would miss Terry. I don't know, like, it's difficult to say. Oh god. It's like every character has their fans, and I think that Sakurai realized that with Ultimate. That's why he did Everyone Is Here. And losing characters again is going to be a shame. Star Fox, that was cut down to 2 before. We could lose Wolf again. Or alternatively, instead of losing Wolf, we could lose Falco. I think Wolf is more interesting to have around than Falco. And from what I've played of Star Fox, Falco doesn't seem that big a deal. Like, he's the main ace sidekick pilot, but like, he doesn't seem especially important compared to the likes of Peppy or Slippy. Wolf, being the villain, has that bit of edge to him. He is the main rival to Fox. But then again, Wolf isn't in as many games as Falco. Like, Falco's been there since the beginning. He was in Star Fox 64. Hey! Yeah, so like, there's that element we need to consider. Like, Falco is more important in that regard. But I don't know if that matters much. Haven't made the mistake with this hour yet. But I actually blow my nose. I have a tissue in here. Yeah, so I think I would just keep Wolf personally, just because he's a bit more unique compared to Falco. Plays a bit differently compared to Falco, and I think that gives him a solid edge. But yeah, it's a tricky situation. Alright, where are ya? Yeah, so yeah, keep Wolf over Falco, I reckon. Like, there's no rule that just because Falco was kept over Wolf in Brawl means that's always going to need to be the case. So I think that's alright. Keep Falco. Keep Wolf, I mean. I ideally keep them both. I think both have earned their right to stay. It's just if we have to cut them down. Third-party characters are hard to predict because we don't know how they work. It's like, they don't get cut because of priority or anything like that. They are likely to get cut because of rights and such. I think of all the rights representatives in Smash Bros at the moment, I think Square Enix is the hardest to deal with. Like, I mean, when Cloud barely got anything in Smash Bros, and that included the port to Ultimate. Sakurai said Smash Bros Ultimate nearly didn't happen because of the rights. Like, they couldn't get everyone from the rights, and I personally believe he was referring to Cloud in that statement. I think he probably had to make a new deal with Square Enix to keep Cloud in the game. I think part of that deal likely included making Sephiroth a DLC character. It's weird to me that Final Fantasy is the only third-party franchises with 2 unique characters. Like, from what we can tell, Konami was happy to play ball. So I don't think it was Konami, even though Snake missed out on Smash Wii U. I think, because we got Castlevania and we got Snake. We got a lot of Konami content. So yeah, I think Square Enix is the biggest oddball, the biggest hurdle. And apparently Steve was tricky to work with too. Like Sakurai was on paper saying Steve was easy to work with. Meanwhile, Banjo seemed pretty like an easy get. Sora is... I don't know. I don't think we could get Sora. Like if Sakurai... Here's the thing. Sakurai has a lot of sway. If he wanted to get someone, he could probably get someone. But it's important to remember that getting the rights to a character for DLC is different to getting the rights to a character for the base game. And I think that's going to be a deciding factor. I think there is a solid chance some of the third-party characters are going to get cut again and become DLC again. I think that's what's going to happen with Dragon Quest. I think that's what's going to happen with Final Fantasy. They are being DLC again. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what Sakurai... Oh. It's just an impossible thing to say. It is so unbelievably hard to predict what the next Smash Bros. Is going to be like. Because there's so many characters with murky status on whether or not they can come back. And that's just the third party characters. That is. Like what about, I don't know. Is Rob coming back? I hope he is. I adore Rob the Robot. I'm gonna come back here later. I would be very upset if Rob the Robot didn't come back. And I think Rob should come back. I don't think cutting Rob, Mr. Game & Watch, or Duck Hunt would help anyone. I don't think you should cut a franchise. I don't think if you only have one character from your franchise, you should stay in Smash. I think it is a bad idea to cut whole franchises from the game. I think, like, every character has their fans. So, keep it their fans. You got the Deku Sticks! Oh, we're gonna have to make sure we get the stick and nut upgrade from the mask people at some point too. When we're doing the mask quest. I don't know when we'll do the mask quest. We'll probably... I don't know. It's possible to beat after Song of Time. Like after Jabu Jabu, that's when we can complete the mask quest. Which is a terrible idea, by the way. Like, it should be possible to beat the mask quest before then, because you don't want to lose all that... It's like, the Mask of Truth can only be used as a child, and you only get access to it, like, right before you become an adult. It's kind of a waste. And sure, you have to go back as a child for other stuff. Also, I had to listen. I was not actually watching what the notes were then. Oh, I love that they fixed this in Rando. This is one of the conveniences they add. Also, nice and easy pattern to remember. Right, who else could get cut? Franchises, more than one character. That's what I want to focus on. DLC is too much of an easy target, so I don't want to do any of that. Villager and Isabelle. Ooh. I could see one of them going. Like, they're both pretty big characters. I don't think they'll cut one of them, but they play pretty similar, so one of them could be on the list. I think it's hard to say. Villager has seniority over Isabelle, but Isabelle is basically the mascot of Animal Crossing now. They made her everything that is Animal Crossing. So I think it would be a bad idea to cut Isabelle. Well, Villager is just a avatar. I think Villager lacks the identity that would keep him safe in Mario Kart. I think. Like, that's something I know I said I'd keep Robin and Byleth. I'm not a huge fan of avatar characters. Like the Miis. I would cut the Miis. I don't think having custom character is worth it. I think, oh god, but then you have to cut all the Mii costumes and they bring a bit of hype. But then again, if you cut the Mii costumes, that might force them to add other character costumes as DLC. Also, we have to consider, if the next Smash Bros, if the next system is backwards compatible, then that means it has to include Miis. So Miis are probably safe. Though personally, I'd cut the Miis. I'm not a huge Mii person. Like, I'd rather trade all those costumes for costumes of characters on the roster. Like, where's my Dry Bowser costume? Where's Fire Mario? Holy shit. Bring back Fire Mario. Alright, I'm gonna have to pay attention here. I am not doing well with this memory minigame. Boo boo boo. Down, A side, A down, A side, A down, A side, A down, A side down, side down. Ah. Boo 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 boo. Okay, I can remember that. Side again, but the opposite direction, and we still got the A's. Yeah, alright, one more. A side, A down, A side, down. Okay. I think I can remember that. Alright. Oh, this is the last one. Okay. Up. This song has every night. We got it. And that should be our piece of heart. Oh, Kid Icarus. There are 3 Kid Icarus characters. I mean, I don't want to cut any of the Echo Fighters just because they're Echoes. I feel like the point of cutting characters is development time. That said, if you have to cut an Echo Fighter, then Dark Pit should absolutely be the first one to go. Of the 7 Echo Fighters in Smash Bros, I feel like he is least important. Although you could argue Lucina or Chrom just because they both come from the same game. But I'd absolutely keep Dark Samus over Dark Pit. I'd absolutely keep Richter and Ken over Dark Pit. Oh wait, where am I going? Oh, we may as well get the thingy over here. Richter and Ken, Dark Pit and Chrom, Lucina. I'm forgetting Daisy. Obviously Daisy stays before Dark Pit. What other new echoes could we see though? I think a big one we could see is Impa. I'd love to see an Impa Echo Fighter. I know people would love a Hyrule Warriors unique Impa. I just don't see that happening because I don't see Smash Bros pulling from Hyrule Warriors as much as cool as it'd be. But yeah, I think Impa makes sense as a Sheik Echo. Like, Impa was the one who taught Sheik how to do everything she knows, so that makes sense to me. Octoling is often speculated to be an Inkling Echo, which, sure. My issue with Octoling and Inkling is that they're both Avatar characters. They aren't distinct enough to me to warrant the Echo, because like, being an Echo isn't just about, oh, we can add this character but being slightly different. It's about, oh, this character has a different personality. We should give them slightly different taunts and such to show them that personality. That's what being an Echo is to me. Not about being slightly different gameplay wise, because evidently they're not that different gameplay wise. I think that's the point. People who are like, oh, let's make these Echo Fighters slightly more unique, miss the point of the fact that they're Echo Fighters. They're meant to be extremely quick and easy to develop. They're meant to be, they're so similar to their original counterpart that when you're balancing the game, you don't have to worry about the Echo Fighter because they're just that similar to the original. You just balance them off the original fighter. Which I think, I follow that logic. I don't think a lot of people follow that logic behind them. Which I think misses the point. Yeah, I'd love a unique Dark Samus. But I would rather have Dark Samus in the game than lose it. Also, shout out to Dancing Dad. Shout out to the Dancing Darunia. We love Dancing Darunia. I love that in Hyrule Warriors too. Also, can I just say, Darunia put on a few pounds for Hyrule Warriors. He is much bigger in that game than he is here. Like, not in a complimentary, like, he is, to be blunt, fatter in Hyrule Warriors than he is here. I can't believe you're making a kid go through the dungeon for you. Unbelievably rude and extremely irresponsible. And we got the Goron's bracelet. One thing I want them to do though, if young Link is in the next Smash Bros game, please for the love of God update him to his Majora's Mask look. Like, give him his gilded sword or the razor sword, or even just the design of the Kokiri sword from that game. And give him the hero shield, from that game as well. He doesn't need the Deku shield anymore, please. What else? Also, give him the hook shot. Give him the gold hook shot. I think that's the big thing. And this should have gone without saying. Make his design from let me rephrase that. Make his final smash the Fierce Deity. It is obscene that it's not. You hear me? It is obscene. Yes. Come on, give me the piece of heart. Give me the piece of heart. Please, 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 please. That's not anything. I don't even have bombs for that to give me. Ugh, that was never gonna work. Ah, dude, what other? I know people will probably want Tears of the Kingdom Ganondorf in the game. I personally would love to keep Ocarina of Time Ganondorf. I would. Yes! Especially since Ocarina of Time Ganondorf is a different character to Tears of the Kingdom Ganondorf. I'd rather keep the OG dude in Smash Bros. And of course, if they go Ocarina, Tears of the Kingdom Ganondorf, people are going to be upset when he's still basically a Captain Falcon clone. Which, for the record, he's not. Like, they have differed him quite a bit now. I think the main thing I would do for Ganondorf in Smash Bros. Is probably change the Warlock kick. I feel like the Warlock kick is his most out of place attack. It still feels very reminiscent of when he was a Captain Falcon. Yeah, he still has the Warlock punch, but like, Ganondorf does punch. I feel like that's just a cool move to keep that sort of power feeling for Ganondorf. So, I wouldn't change it, personally. I wouldn't be opposed to the idea of like holding down the buttons so that you get an energy ball. I'd love to see Ganondorf get an energy ball. I don't think you need to get rid of Warlock Punch to do that. I think you can just change how Warlock Punch works. Hold the button down, you get a projectile. That's what they should do. Also, playing this dungeon as an adult makes it so much fun. Because in randomizers, you can access this place first as an adult. And if you come here as an adult, you get to do things out of order and skip a good chunk of it. It's fantastic. Listen! Thank you, Navi. Oh, dealing with Fee is gonna be fun. Although supposedly they dialed her down for the remake. Emos. You're a weird dude to find here. We got a dungeon map! Curious. Is this just a Sheik stone over there? It's like, I remember the way to go. Also, oh look, the sound of the sword. It is just a... We don't need to bother with that. I never realized that these stone walls are affected by it. Like, it makes sense that they are. But I just never realized that they... What? What do you mean the wall didn't break? Bastard. Give me my bombs already. What are my bombs? And the aircon back on. There we go. Make sure my phone charges. I don't want a repeat of my phone going flat during a stream. It's like, I like to have the stream open on my phone. Make sure everything's working to order. But Doesn't always work. Come here, come here. Yeah, I like doing that. Oh, like a nice little early access to this area. Oi! Thank you. Pest. Oh, we have Deku's my slingshot out. Thank you. Yeah, it's gonna be more useful than the Deku nuts. Woo! Yes! Yeah, I wouldn't. If I were to ever get into speedruns, it would probably be this game. And like doing the randomizer races. I reckon getting into rando races would be extremely fun for this game. It's just, I wouldn't want to become a Zelda streamer. As much as I love this game, I wouldn't want this to be the only game I stream. I wouldn't. I like the idea that I am streaming a bunch of different games and that I am doing this thing where I'm playing one game for every character in Smash Bros. I think that works out really well for me. Now where's the other dude? Wait. Now something weird about this room is your ability to jump into the lava. Like, I don't know whose idea it was, but you can jump into the lava in this room. Yeah? It makes no sense. Hey. Thank you. There we go. In fact, let's do that now. We need some hearts anyway. Oh, which one is it? It's this one. Yeah. Nice little alcove with a heart in it. Only there for healing. I don't even think they could reach you if you're in there. Pretty sure the Lizalfos have a specific attack pattern. What is in here? You're just a business scrub, aren't you? Oh, I can hear Dodongos. Of course, this is Dodongo's caverns. There are Dodongos about. You have to sell me. 1 piece for 15 rupees. I have full sticks. I don't need it. Oh dear. Hey, you were supposed to eat my bomb. Alright. Like, bombs, fantastic way to kill these dudes. Because they do take bomb damage. But this is just as easy. Green rupee. Sheesh, cheapskates. In Majora's Mask they drop like reds and purples. Also, where's my torch? There it is. Let's go. Oh my god. I hope it doesn't take 6 years to get a new Zelda game. I hope, like, maybe if it takes 6 years to make the big ones, fine, but they need to have a second team for like small scale Zelda game. Like a Link Between Worlds. I think a new 2D Zelda game would be fantastic. Like, where's our 2D Zelda? Nintendo? We had Link's Awakening on the Switch, which was pretty cool, but that was just a remake. I think it's time for a brand new, original 2D Zelda game. Because we can have both, like, we know they can do both, because, well, one, they did do both. They had A Link Between Worlds on 3DS. But also, they do 3D Mario and 2D Mario at the same time. So why not? Water bottle's empty. I'm gonna need to get a new water bottle. In here, is this just the... I think this is the map room. Yay! I see. I was partially hoping that the guy would die in his cutscene. There we go. Where are my bombs? I want my bomb bag already. Yeah, that's better. Backflips. Backflips for days. Oh, red rupee. I don't know why I get excited about rupees. They're just gonna be useless soon. They're gonna be pretty nice for when I buy magic beans. But that's about it. I have no... Yeah, that's the main use for rupees in this game, just buying magic beans. But you want to make sure you do all that before you become an adult anyway. So they lose their worth pretty quickly. Really don't want to... My shield... I need to kill the enemies in this room, or is it just a matter of pressing the switch? Just pressing the switch. That's alright then. Can disappear. Deku Nuts handy. Growing up playing this game, I never used Deku Nuts. They were obsolete to me. As an adult, they are one of the most handy items to have around. Especially in like the Dark Link fight. So even then I don't really use it very well. I actually thought I avoided that then. Not quite. Huh. Oh god, how many goes is this gonna take me? Let's aim for the ladder. That did not have the desired effect. But God, I'm really excited for the Switch 2. I really hope it gets announced this year. I'm ready for it. I'm just not ready for a new Smash Bros. Game. I need at least a couple more years for that. Oh, that was close. I used to be able to just throw it on there so that it's like so it stayed on there, but Hey, I got it. And there's a heart. Aw. I mean, whatever works. Yeah, what games do I think are coming to the Switch? I did a prediction video. I had a few ideas I threw out. I reckon we're probably gonna get an ARMS 2. I don't think Nintendo is done with that franchise. And like people shit on ARMS, but it sold well, so I can see another one happening. And hey, they did a sequel to 1-2 Switch. If they can do a sequel to 1-2 Switch, they can do a sequel to goddamn ARMS. Wait. Bloody Lizalfos. What? Weird fights. What do you mean? Do you mind? Thank you. Goal over there? Was that only in Master Quest? That'd be a Master Quest only thing, I think. And I don't want to fall off, so there is that. God. I can't believe it's been so long since I played this game. And it's probably been over 2 years since I last played this game properly, I reckon. Which is obscene to me, since it's one of my favorite games. I think, as an adult, I've been trying to branch out what games I play. I don't want to be playing the same games over and over again anymore. Which is why I'm doing this challenge, which is why I'm doing the, hey, one game for every character in Smash Bros. Let's do that. But like, I feel like this game is special enough that I can not do that for this game. Pretty sure I jump down here. I'm gonna go into this room anyway, but I'm pretty sure it's just business scrubs. But I want to check it anyway. Check the room on the map. There is one room in Jabu Jabu I almost always miss because it serves no purpose whatsoever. And that is the well, it's the room that serves no purpose. It's got the red thingy, and you can get like a fairy from the room or something. Is that Doki Nuts? Oh, I'll take that. That's a good deal. But now I can't get back up. But that is why I did the switch. So now I can just go back this way, jump down, and ride the lift back up. But also be careful of those dudes. Oh, come on, come on. Yes! Oh dear. With that switch on, the moving platform goes higher. Now you can quickly reach the second floor. I am aware, Navi, and you almost made me miss the platform. I probably should have fallen then. I didn't really deserve that. Ooh. Oh, too soon. What do you mean? Are you... Why didn't the second eye activate? Is it stupid? Wanna make sure I get magic and Din's fire. I look like a wart on the Dodongo's face. Alright, what weird character could we get in the next Smash Bros game? Like, something like Piranha Plant, but isn't just a repeat of Piranha Plant. Okay, these dudes are making me nervous. I'm putting on the Highland Shield. Yeesh. Oh. I wanted dudes. Like, something obscure. Like, one of the obscure characters I've once shouted out was Powderbow and Satibo, who were the mascots of the Satellaview, which would be immensely weird. Come on. Gotcha! But like, I feel like that might be too obscure. Although I think that's what we need. I think the next week character should be a non-fighter character, like someone who is just comes from a very grounded and peaceful franchise. Is what I think we should see next. Like, maybe we can get Ashley from another code. Who knows? I gotta say, I dismissed buying that game in my recent video, but I am having second thoughts. I am. I'm not opposed to it. Gotta make me do this. Wait! Thank you. Yeah, like, maybe I'll give Ashley a go. Sorry. Oh. Imagine the reaction if Ashley gets into Smash Bros, but it's not the WarioWare Ashley, because she's the one who's actually quite popular. Quite a few people would love to see Ashley from WarioWare in Smash Bros. But another code Ashley? Yeah, you don't see anyone ever suggesting that. Although, now that the remake's happening, we could see more suggestions, so it's possible. Like, you never know, you never know. Bombs! I haven't got any bomb juice yet. Alright, come at me. Gotcha. There's another one in here, isn't there? Or was that it? Looks like that was it. Go, Link. Go. Yay. There's the part of me who loves randomizers that wants me to do all the checks. Like, this is just bombs. Although I could use some bombs, honestly. Oh, I only have 20. Alright, second boss time. King Dodongo. Here's an Hyrule Warriors. I wonder if we'll ever see this dude in another Zelda game. Probably. It feels like a very iconic boss, especially after he showed up in Hyrule Warriors. Although he's sported a more classic design for the most part in Hyrule Warriors. Though I'm pretty sure this design did show up. Alright. Quickest boss in the game. Also the dinosaur boss theme. I forgot how epic this theme was. 2 hits and dead. Take that, speedrunners, who do the exact same method as me. Actually, speedrunners don't even fight this guy. Most of them only fight Goma and then wrong walk to the credits. Although, when I watch a speedrun, I prefer to watch one that gets more. I like the more long form speedruns. I don't watch many of the speedruns that are just like quick as possibly can. I prefer the ones that you have to do a few stuff in. Like for example, in Ocarina of Time, I'd probably prefer to watch a 6 medallion speedrun, I reckon. Or a randomizer. Like those are the sort of speedruns I actually enjoy watching. Randomizers. I've seen the 120 Sunshine speedrun. That's cool. Sunshine has some pretty cool. Especially like having the route in all the blue coins is wild for Sunshine. I would never attempt that myself. Alright, let's get it. You said, give me the spiritual stone. Yada yada. What's going on Discord? Looks like there's a bit of chaos in the LGBT thing. I don't know. And we got Din's Stone. Spiritual Stone of Fire. Din's Ruby. No, sorry, it's Goron's Ruby. Spiritual Stone of Fire. I don't think Din's name is ever associated with it then. Even though it's clearly representative of her. I was like, the texture they put on the stones, that looks cool. I love the weird sort of thing they've got going on. Don't know what he means by sworn brother, but you've collected 2 spiritual stones. You have 1 more to find. And fun fact, aside from bombs needed to get access to Zora's River, don't really need to get the Zora's Ruby. You can technically get Zora's Sapphire before you get the Ruby. Although I suppose bombs sort of force you in that area. There's a way around it. Let's think. Yeah, you need bombs to clear the way to Zora's River, so you can get to Zora's Domain, so you can dive deeper, so you can get the bottle. There is a certain path expected of you. So before I climb up there, I have some things to get. Also, I really wish I was playing the randomizer version, because that has a lot of quality of life conveniences, which includes the ability to pull out the ocarina whenever you want. Oh, that's right. I should probably have a bottle of bugs with me. Oh god. I should have played the 3DS version, just for those quality of life features. Bugs. Yes? No! I'm sure we'll get bugs on the way up. I'm sure somewhere up here has bugs. Yeah, there's a moon cow place that will have bugs. Surely there'll be bugs there. Like, why wouldn't there be? Also, I don't know if randomizers do this or not, but if they don't, it would be really cool that if they randomize the cow sound effect so that that you can only hear the cow if the hole has a cow in the randomizer. Because like if you're playing randomizer, this could be a different hole. But it would be cool if they could add that cow sound to whichever hole would feature it. Really? Where's me? Where are the bugs? I wanted bugs. Alright, let's do this. I'm walking faster than you. Down. And now I need slingshot. No way, I'll need the ocarina. I need bombs. I can't wait for a new 3D Mario game. And that's probably the thing I'm anticipating most about the new Switch. Like a solid 3D Mario game, because like I loved Odyssey. I absolutely adore that game. That is absolutely a top 3 Mario game for me. Top 2 probably, like between it and Galaxy. Like 64 is probably a contender as well. Bugs! I want those. Yay. Feelings are conflicted because I want to take the owl down to get another piece of heart. But also that would mean having to double back for the skull. It's not that far up in the canon. Worse things exist. I do want to 100% the game. I think I'm committing to 100%ing this. Just because it's Ocarina of Time. Like, I don't want to speed run this game. I want to take my time. I want to do everything this game has to offer. Because I enjoy everything this game has to offer. I do. Also, I know this design for the Great Fairy gets a bit of crap, like a lot of flack, because of the design and how oddly sexual it is. But I have a lot of nostalgia for this design, and seeing it in Hyrule Warriors updated to how it was probably meant to look was fantastic. I love that they went with this design in Hyrule Warriors. It's just wild. Like, then again, what other design could they use for the Great Fairies in Hyrule Warriors? Because they pulled from 3 games in that thing. They pulled from Ocarina of Time, they pulled from Skyward Sword, and they pulled from Twilight Princess. Skyward Sword, I'm pretty sure, didn't have a Great Fairy design. So that rules that one out already. And the one in Twilight Princess wouldn't exactly be 100% suitable. That design is kind of wild, honestly. Like, it's got no top on. Its only thing preventing you from seeing its breast it's its hair. It's her hair. Which is wild for a Nintendo game, I gotta say. Like, you'd never expect it. But, yeah, that's just how it is. What else is there, though? But, like, and the Ocarina of Time one is just, you can do more. It's got a bit more of a dynamic design. Like, more energetic, that's for sure. While the one in Twilight Princess just sort of stood there. Well, this one's like hopping out, screaming, spinning, laughing, laying down, and just moving all over the place. Come on. Thank you. This is the minigame theme, right? Like, this doesn't play exclusively for this, right? This might be an adult exclusive skull, but I want to check. Just to be on the safe side. It's adult exclusive. Now I know. That was risky. But hey, we got this piece of heart. Now we need the fairy. Once we get... We're not going to go adult once we clear Jabu. We're going to do a fair bit of side questing. We're going to go get all the skulls that are boomerang locked. And then go adult. And we want to do the mask quest too. That's a big part of it. Ooh, I've missed a heart piece in this area. Like, there's a sun... Is it Sun Song? Yeah, it's Sun Song locked part chest here. You destroyed a god Scotula! Yeah. I've gotten 100 skulls before. I think the most unique skull to me in the game is the one from Zora's domain. No, Zora Fountain, sorry. Jabu Jabu's resting spot. There's an adult exclusive skull that yeah, can I get that you need to use the hammer to get. You need to hammer some silver boulders. No, yeah, you use the hammer to block a hole, and like there's a hole there, but it's not like the sort of hole I'm in at the moment. It's like part of the same map, and you have to sort of make your way past some invisible sculptures. Is that what they call it? The big ones? They're just regular sculptures, and then the golden sculptures and warchulars? Is that the naming scheme? Not 100% sure, but yeah. There's a bit more to it for that. Also, I always used to think that you could get rid of this tombstone too. I feel like that was once a... Or like, they play Zelda's Lullaby, get that one too. Alrighty. How many skulls do I even have? 17. That's an awkward number. I wish it was 19. I wish I was on my way to the 20th right now. But I do want to make sure I get all the soil patch skulls. I don't want to miss them as I go past them. And there's like 3 in Lost Wood I'll need to get when I do my boomerang loop. I don't think I go back to Lost Woods again before then. Maybe? I'm not sure. But we're going to be making our way to Zora River soon. That's when we'll get a bunch of beans and we can start planting. I definitely want to make sure I get all the beans though, and plant them all. Because if I don't plant them all, it just creates a hassle. Like I don't need to plant all of them, I guess. Like for example, the one in the graveyard, kinda useless. Technically, this one's useless too, but it speeds things along a lot as a result. Like, this is a great convenient thing. Like, what beans are completely required? The one in Gerudo Desert, very much so. I think the one in Death Valley, you can just use hover boots instead if you really wanted to. But it's a bit trickier if you do it that way. Also, if I'm low on rupee, there's a huge rupee right there. Maybe I'll come back here after I spend all my money on these beans. Quick and easy, 200 rupees. Oh, wait, which way am I going? I want Din's Fire. Getting Din's Fire first. Also, I think we can do Bomb Tube Bowling now too. And we'll pick up Keaton Mask as well. We may as well get a start on the Mask quest. I haven't gone into either of those shops. I don't think I'm going to either. Welcome to the Happy Mask Shop. We deal in masks that bring happiness to everyone. I want the Happy Mask Salesman in the next Hyrule Warriors game. That's what I'd like. I'd like to see a proper Hyrule Warriors sequel. A sequel to the first one that builds on that cast. I feel like there are more Zelda characters we could see added from across the series rather than just have everything concentrated from one game like Age of Calamity did. And Age of Calamity was good, but I go back to the first one more than I do Age of Calamity. Like, much more. Like, I haven't touched Age of Calamity since I first beat it. It was a fun game to complete, but just the amount of stuff to do in the first Hyrule Warriors game, I keep coming back to it. That's just one of my good go-to casual in-between games, I think. The only downside is, I don't think I have it on download. I think I have to have a card. I'd love to have those in-between games as digital copies. I would. I just pressed down the D-pad to instinctively pull out my Ocarina, which is what you do in if you're playing the randomizer. But there's so many conveniences in randomizer. It's weird playing vanilla Ocarina of Time again. This might be one of the last times I play vanilla Ocarina. No, that's not true. I will play this game a lot. But I think in the future, when I go to play this game, I'm probably going to play randomizers more often. One of the reasons I've put off playing randomizers was just to have one big vanilla playthrough again with this. Welcome on in, Rachel. More difficult on Switch, you reckon? That could be true, because the control scheme is a little bit different to what I am a bit used to, especially when it comes to the shoulder buttons. Like having ZL be my target button and having R, my top R being my shield button, means I've got my fingers on different shoulder buttons, which is a little awkward and difficult to get used to. I really wish we could button map the controls from game to game. I don't want to button map my whole system just for playing N64 games. I don't need to be here. Yeah, what brings you here though, Rachel? I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're having a good time. We are just doing a casual playthrough of Ocarina of Time at the moment. The reason I am currently playing Ocarina of Time is because I am currently having a goal where I play at least one game for every character in Smash Bros. Going from Mario to Sora, so we're going in order they were added to Smash Bros. And we are currently playing Ocarina of Time for our Sheik game. Since this is also the only game Sheik really appeared in, aside from Hyrule Warriors. You're a massive Zelda fan and Ocarina was your first childhood game. Fantastic, this is a childhood game of mine as well. I usually credit Super Mario 64 as my first game, but this was pretty much there as well. This and Super Mario 64 and like Mario Party 2 are just childhood classics. Like, there has never been a point of my life where I don't remember this game. Like, this game just has always been a part of me. It has. I don't remember playing this game for the first time. It's just always been there. Mario Kart. See, I didn't have Mario Kart on the 64. I didn't. I had Diddy Kong Racing. So my first Mario Kart was actually Mario Kart Double Dash, which I adore. I love Double Dash. It's such a fantastic game, but I actually find it difficult going back to Mario Kart 64 because I didn't grow up with it. I don't have that connection. That usually gets that. I think I might have overshot it. Oh, I reckon that's got it. That's got it. Oh, close. Oh, that might not be good. Let's try down the middle. I hate going down the middle for that reason. Shit. I'm normally pretty good at this bomb tube bowling. Fuck. Yeah, so formative games for me. So I grew up, I was a 97 child, so a lot of the games that, so there's a lot of crossover between 64 and GameCube for my formative games. So Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, absolutely up there. I adore these games. Another big formative game for me, I think, was Melee. I absolutely love Melee. It is one of the big reasons I probably wouldn't be doing this challenge if not for Melee. Well, I wouldn't be. But so I have a love, like, I think because of Melee, I have this massive unnecessary love of crossovers. Like, I'm constantly picturing how these Nintendo characters can interact with each other. Oh, has that got it? Has that got it? Alright. We got the purple. Yeah, but I do love this game. I am curious to see how it plays on 64. On the Switch, sorry. Because I know when it first came out, it received a fair bit of criticism as being a poor port of the game. Like, there was a lot of missing fog and such, but I think they've fixed all that now, so it's pretty much a faithful port now, I think. So we'll see how we go. We'll see how much my memory of this game is tarnished or not. Probably won't be tarnished. I mean, it's Ocarina of Time. I don't think they've done too much to change it. Ooh, that was close. I reckon that might have it. There we go. Yeah, so after I'm done with Ocarina of Time, I am probably playing Skyward Sword HD for the first time for my Zelda game. Or my game for Zelda, because to me, Skyward Sword is my favorite version of Zelda. So that is why I'm playing Skyward Sword. Alright, give me the bomb bag. Piece of heart, I'll take the piece of heart. Yeah, so that'll be. I've played Skyward Sword before. So like it's not a total new experience, but like it'll be my first time playing the HD version of Skyward Sword. It'll be, which I've actually owned for a few years now. Mum got it for me for Christmas one year. Well, I guess something I asked for her, and I just never got around to playing it because I was saving it for this. Oh, that was terrible. That was terrible. But maybe... Oh, that was actually going in. That was. I think that just got it. Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah. So, after Zelda for Skyward Sword, we'll probably play a bit of Dr. Mario 64, which I've never played. Like, half the reason I'm doing this one game for every character in Smash Bros. Is to play a bunch of games I've never played before. But because I've played just about every Zelda game, I'm obviously not getting new experiences here. I'm just getting, I don't want that. Yeah, but it's a good time. It's been fantastic revisiting some classics before. Like my Mario game was Super Mario 64, which that is my game. That is the game that is most defining to me, I think. That without Super Mario 64, there wouldn't be I'd be a different person, I think. I just missed that. So it was great going back to Super Mario 64. I love going back to that game. How am I cannot believe... What? I'm gonna fail this one again, aren't I? I'm gonna miss out on the bomb bag again. Alright. On. I wonder if I'd have an easier time if I was playing with a 64 controller. Because I am playing with the Pro controller at the moment. I don't have the 64 Switch controller. Which would probably be good for playing 64 games, because I'm not a big fan of the button scheme they have set up for this. I'm not. I would personally have done it a bit differently, because like when you play growing up, the main way I actually played Ocarina of Time was on the GameCube. We had the 20th anniversary collection, because after a while Ocarina of Time, or our 64 stopped working growing up. So we had Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask and all that on our GameCube using the 20th anniversary edition. And the setup they had was fantastic. X and Y were C buttons, and so was the Z button. They were correlated to the 3 items. But they had to obviously change that for this version for some reason, because actually I don't know why they changed it. I feel like the format they had for the GameCube would have worked well for most 64 titles, where you've got X and Y as thingies, and then you also have R as like C down or something, and then if you want to do C up, you just press C up on the D-pad, or on the second stick I should say. I think that is a system that works quite well for 64 controllers. Or like when you're converting. This dude again. But yeah, I think a great way to go about it would be to update your, let you just update your switch button mapping from a game to game basis, I think, because I don't want to, because like the current button setup they have doesn't work well for Banjo-Kazooie, I'm pretty sure. Not great anyway. Wait. There are better ways to go about it. Like, I think maybe they should go game by game and update it, rather than having it be universal across, 64s. Because, like, they should have updated, the Banjo-Kazooie controls to match the Xbox Live version, I think. That didn't work for some reason. I think, yeah, matching the Xbox Live version for Banjo-Kazooie would have worked wonders, I think. Oh god, you are talking very sly. Thank you. Yeah, so I would have done like, I love the Switch. I love 64 games. I am quite positive when it comes to Switch Online games. I think due to the subscription feature, I've played games that I normally wouldn't have bought. Like, I played Paper Mario for the first time on this system, but I don't think I would have gone out of my way to buy Paper Mario. I don't think. I've played F-Zero for the first time on the 64, which I don't think I would have gone out of my way to purchase. F-Zero X, I should say. And you know what, even F-Zero SNES, I don't think... There's a lot of NES and Super Nintendo games I don't think I ever would have gone out of my way to purchase. So this might be the patch that doesn't have a skull. But I do like to check anyway. Yeah, no skull in this one. Definitely feeling like I should have played the 3DS version. It's like I had to talk to myself, do I play the 64 version on the Switch? Or do I play the 3DS version? And I convinced myself to play the 64 version because my intention was to play the 64 version of Majora's Mask when I get to Young Link. Because I prefer the 64 version of Majora's Mask to the 3DS version. There's just too many changes in that version of the game I'm not a big fan of. I'm not. Such as, Dora swimming, the Deku controls, oof, and boss changes. There's too many things I don't like. Compared to Ocarina of Time 3D, which, to me, I view that game as a direct upgrade. The chicken up there, isn't there? I might go this way first. Wish I had the boomerang though, because I'm pretty sure there's a skull up here. What's in the other one? Because I feel like in randomizer, only one of these is useful. Also, that's another scene for us. Also, we want to make sure we get that heart. Yeah, it's just a fairy fountain. I thought it was just a fairy fountain, but I wanted to check. Majora's Mask doesn't have many secret fairy fountains though. There's the one in the well, but aside from that, I don't know if there are any others. Where did that chicken just go? I'm gonna have to go back. Oh, red rupee. Beautiful. What the frick? I'm in the river, you stupid owl. I already know all this. Shut up. Let them hear the melody of the royal family. I know all that. I know. I think that's 2 new beans. 30 plus 40 equals 70. No. Maybe it's not. What beans am I up to? Yeah, I might actually be up to 40 now. All the rage. 40 beans. I can only get the 1 piece. 50 for the next one. Which I might be able to get on the way back down. Cause like I'll be taking a different route. Pity I don't have Song of Storms for the frogs. Frogs is a very late heart piece to get. And there's 2 of them. Frogs 1 and 2 are probably the heart piece I forget about the most. Specifically Frogs 2. The mini game you play with them. Growing up, I forgot that all the time. Because I forgot it all the time now, I think it's pretty ingrained with me right now. So I'm curious if there's going to be a heart piece I forget about. Hopefully I get this. It's probably going to be a simple one, I reckon. Like in a hole in Hyrule Field or something. So I'm probably going to get all the hole, but like a grotto somewhere. I reckon I'm going to forget. And there's probably going to be a skull I forget about too. Not that one though, because I do see you. Yes! Brilliant. Brilliant. I am going to enter Zora's Domain in the hopes that this deactivates Kapora Gabora. I want new videos. I think the next video I'm going to talk about, I think I want to be a Smash Bros channel. I want to be primarily talking about Smash Bros. Because like, from Smash Bros I can divot to other topics. I think what I want to do is talk about the franchises and characters that Smash Bros introduced me to. Or I'd never heard of before Smash Bros. Like, I'd have to skip Melee, because, not Melee, the 64 original, because that game I never played growing up. I only played that game after playing Melee and Brawl. But, yeah, Melee, because it was such a formative game for me, it really introduced me to most of the franchises in Smash Bros. So that would be fantastic. Did I just miss a bunch of rupees? Where are the rupees? Rupees? There? Is not there. Fantastic. Alright. That is 50 rupees for the next bean. After I am going to go back to CAC. And I am going to get the huge rupee from there. I am going to pass off the Keaton mask. And I'm also going to plant the beans there. I think that works out well. It's a bit back and forth, but that's just the nature of the game. Love having that spinner. I forgot I had that move. I love that attack. I love that in Majora's Mask, the spin attack. You have to upgrade to the great spin, and when you do that upgrade, you get like your. This is the great spin. It's fantastic. Man, I can't wait to play Majora's Mask again. I freaking love that game so much. Also, how many beans do I have? 20! I can get the Stone of Agony. I just realized what is... I think that there's probably a skull in that grotto down there. I think I need the boomerang for it. I think. I'm not 100% sure. Oi, give me your stone. But you have to wonder, why were these guys cursed? I reckon they were pedos. So that dude just gave me something very hard. Kid. That was a very terrible joke. I do apologize for that. I tried to make a hard pun there. It didn't work. Yeah. Alright, let's plant this bean so we have easy access to this piece of heart. I think you can get it with the regular hookshot, but it's a bit tricky. This just makes that life easier. We'll also plant the Death Mountain Trail thing while we're here, because why not? This huge ruby. This isn't gonna get me them all. This isn't. There's the ones in Lost Woods and Kakiri Forest aren't really necessary. They don't do anything for you. They just make life a bit more convenient. But no, not even convenient. The one in Kakiri Forest is just, hey, here's some rupees, and I think maybe it flies you around a bit afterwards, but it's nothing special. The one in Lost Woods lets you jump to the bridge, but even that's nothing interesting. And rupees are a pain. That's useless. Those rupees are gonna be useless to me. Yeah, so that's two worthless ones. There is one beaten patch in Lost Woods because there's like a third one in that area. That is useful. You need it to get a skull. Or you don't need it, but it helps out a lot. That's for sure. Otherwise, you have to get like a perfect long shot strike, which is just much harder. So it'll help, sure. Oh, I need to make sure I get the Scarecrow song too. Goron's Lullaby is always my go-to for Scarecrow song. Easy to remember, and it's just a classic. It's just a classic song. Alright, let's get thingy out. Let's save. I feel like I need to save more often. Also, I have to say, Stone of Agony, much less intrusive than the Shard of Agony. On die, yes! Magic Jar! I wish we saw Redeads again. Like, people thought for sure that they were in Tears of the Kingdom, but they turned out to be Gibdos somehow. We'd ask Gibdos too. I feel like Gibdos show up more often than Redeads, but I feel like Redeads are more iconic than Gibdos now, especially due to Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and Wind. But I think aside from these three games, the only other one they show up in is what other game was it? Triforce Heroes. They make a small appearance in Triforce Heroes as weird things. But yeah, but they don't actually show up, despite being such iconic enemies. They don't show up very often. Like, there were... What are they called in, I think they were called Redead Knights in Twilight Princess. But in actuality, they were Gibdos as well. Which I think was corrected in, Hyrule Warriors, because you've got the Gibdos and then you've got fiery Redeads, which is just lame. 60... This one will cost 70, which leaves me a bit short for the next one. I think I can get that pretty easily though. Maybe I can play some songs for the frogs. What songs? I have Zelda's Lullaby and I have Sun Song. That works out. That was weird. Oh, and I also have Saria's song. I have 3 songs for these dudes. So that's alright. Then you need Song of Time and... Eponna's song! I haven't gone to Lon Lon Ranch yet! I need to make sure I do that. Yep. Yay! Fun song. Took me a moment to remember which song I had to play then. Alright, that's my 200. That should get me 2 more beans. Oh, this is a red rupee to use it. Yeah, but that was a waste. But I don't think there was a way I could have gone about this that would end up with enough rupees to get all of them. That's alright though. I think getting these last 2 is going to be fine for me. Also, you get a lot of rupees doing the Zora dive game. So I'll get enough for this last bean anyway. It just feels good to plant them all. I don't know if I actually pressed A then, but what I wanted, so let's go with that. It's getting late, 10:50. I do want to sleep well tonight. we probably won't start Jabu Jabu tonight. Dreaming. We'll see what goes. I have to be cautious. Like, I don't really want to raid an Aussie streamer because I'm an Aussie, and if I'm starting to wind down, chances are they're going to be winding down soon as well. Yeah, but I do like to. It's been an oddly quiet stream for some reason. I thought Ocarina, maybe there's too much competition with Ocarina of Time. There is. I don't have a niche with this game. I'm disappointed I don't have any viewers. This Ocarina of Time, like, this is such a big game for me. This is such a big game. Like, I checked and there was like 1.7 million viewers watching this game at the moment. Or maybe not 1.7, but like, I think that's how many followers it has. Yeah, 476 viewers with 1.6 million followers. I'd have more to play with. More to do. So, you're nothing. One of my favorite things to see is people who can activate the torch and get rupee diving game done at the same time, which requires a bit more speed than what I can do, I think. Maybe if I had the bunny hood, which in randomizer does work like it does in Ocarina, in Majora's Mask, it gives you the speed up. Just a bit above me, I think. Yes! When I missed that one, I was a little bit worried I skipped it then. You don't get many pieces of hearts and chests in this game, I don't think. Most of them are out in the open. How many pieces of hearts are in chests in the game? I guess there's a treasure chest shop as well. But like, most of them are rewards for completing mini games and such. Or just down. I'm trying to think. There's that one, the treasure chest shop, which is, I'm iffy counting that one, since it's more of a mini game reward than anything else. Surely there's another one. I don't remember any. Is there? There's might be one in a chest in Hyrule Field or something. Maybe. Also, this, I have to say, this mini game is incredibly flawed. I do not know how they make any money from this business. You have to remember, these are businesses. They have to make money somehow. And her primary business people are gonna be other Zoras. And they are surely better at this game than Link is. So that must mean they get all the rupees every time. I mean, this is a business about losing money. There's no way they succeed at any of this stuff. What a graceful dive. Now please take this. This is a scale of our kind. Maybe this is just a side gig for her. Like, she's just bored and she's like, hey human, jump off this waterfall. I want to see you die. Like, maybe this is all just a fetish for her. Like, she doesn't expect Link to live, so she's like, human, go chase these coin rupees. Go entertain me. Like, she's also like super rich. Also, I say to me, in this game, all Zoras look like women. I always thought the Zoras in this game were women. Maybe that's because, like, the main Zora you meet is Ruto, who's obviously a woman, and then the main Goron you meet is Doreen. Like, Gorons are the male race, Rutos are the female race of the game, I guess. Which doesn't really make sense. I realize that, but as a kid, that's just how my brain worked. It's the fishing minigame. Ooh. This is gonna be tricky. Ba, 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 ba. And Ocarina of Time 3D is the better game. That sounded like a fail, but I'll take it otherwise. I hope this fishing place is still open. Fun fact, when they added the fishing hole to Majora's Mask, they also added the Kakariko village theme, which was never in the original game. Just makes it one of the other songs that they share between. Let's fish. I do know the trick with this, but it is, well, tricky. Oh, that water is hard to see through. I don't think this is my fish. But let's go with it. That's what I should do first. I should locate the fish I'm looking for. Well, it's about 5 pounds. No. Navi, shut up. Like, the big lunker's over here, isn't it? I wonder if Saria knows anything about the spiritual stones. I don't really care if Saria knows anything about the spiritual stones, because I know already everything I need to know. Come on, movement is how you do it. See, I was too aggressive then. It went for a bite and then it missed. Oh, I think I screwed up. Please tell me I didn't screw up. Where is he? There he is, I think. That's my big lunker there. Oh god, is the water texture normally this hard to see through? Like, no, I feel like I normally have an easier time. I hope I didn't screw up. I hope I didn't force this dude to the bottom. I think that's him. I think he's back. Yes! That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Come on. He's right there. He's right there. Yeah, listen to that beautiful sound. This is a real lunker. Let's see. You betcha. Easy. And they had to make that easier in the randomizer. All it takes is skill. Yay! I'd like to leave now. I want to quit. I want to quit at life, thank you. That's not true. Don't mind my life. I think I'm in a better position this year, anyway. Last year was a bit hit and miss. I think I've accepted a few things and in a better spot. House-wise, I'm in a much better spot. But the living situation last year was crisis. Thankfully, I've got 2 roommates at the moment. Presumably neither that want to move out anytime soon. I don't have to worry about any of that. I don't think I can get you at the moment. Oh, the red sun. Perfect for fire arrows. I need to replay Twilight Princess. Like, Twilight Princess had a fantastic, like, Hylia theme. Well, the theme here is just the Hyrule Field theme, which is also good. But, like, the Lake Hylia theme in Twilight Princess is a very serene sounding theme. I don't really want to empty out my bug book. Oh, I can't believe I haven't gone to long range yet. There's a bottle there and the Epona song that I haven't gotten. Like, I need to make sure I have Epona song before I go adult so I can get Epona straight away. Alright. Oh, now for one of the most infamous parts of the game. I hope you are all here to say it with me. Mwee. 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 Mwee, 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 mwee. Oh, you can scooch over a bit more than that, surely. Oh wait, wait. I need to go get a fish. Which the Zoras overcharge immensely. I can't believe it costs 200 rupees to get a fish from the shop in this game. When right outside the shop, you can get a fish in the bottle just as easily. You know what's a little crazy in this game? I don't think in this game you can get water in a bottle. I think bottled water only became a thing in Majora's Mask, with the hot spring water as well. I think the only bottled water you can get is the fish, which doesn't really count. Because, like, you don't water anything in this game. Like, you can play the Song of Storms of the beans, but that just gets fairies. That doesn't grow the beans in this game. Yeah, we're gonna ignore you now. Go get some fairies. I am probably gonna call it quits before I start the dungeon, just because it's like 11 o'clock now, and I do have to work tomorrow, and I don't like streaming too late, just because I like to be considerate of roommates, even though I don't think Liam's here at the moment, and I don't know how much of a nuisance I am to Callum on this side of the house because his room is on the other side. I don't even know if it's in at the moment either, if I'm being honest. But I do want to sleep tonight. I do have work in the morning. It's a late start. It's a 10 p.m. start. 10 a.m. sorry. But it's still work. And I didn't sleep well last night. So I want to make sure I get a good night's sleep tonight. Who's playing at? Who will I raid? I think I am going to raid the real Wispy, who are currently playing the Majora's Mask randomizer. I think we'll get that set up, but I'll make sure I get Farore's win and save first. Oh, and there's a skull outside here too. I nearly forgot about this dude. You got Farore's win. Come on. I'm on text boxes. Remember, you can use Farore's Wind only in dungeons that have a dungeon map hidden inside, okay? When battle has made you weary, please come back to see me. I'd be tempted to raid Real Hydra, just because they're a friend in real life. We work at the same place. I do. But I think we'll go for Real Wispy instead. Just because they're playing Zelda. I feel like they're more on brand for my audience that doesn't exist. I don't have it. I may as well raid Oh, I won't say her name out loud because I don't think she likes to use her name out loud. But yeah, we're gonna save here. Actually, sorry. What we're gonna do is get inside the dungeon and then save. That way, if we quit the game or have to come back to it, we are still inside the dungeon. Which is an important factor to remember with this game. Which a lot of, I think, later games sort of ditch. Majora's Mask has its own weird save system, so it doesn't really count. Wind Waker, I think, just takes you to the island you're currently at, which checks out. Like, imagine saving and then winding up back at our said island. Like, it wouldn't make sense in that game. Twilight Princess presumably just takes you to where you are. But yeah, we are going to raid the real Wispy. It should be a good time, I'm sure. They are currently playing Majora's Mask, which I can't wait to get to. Right, they have 21 viewers, so not much. Bit more than what I do, but until then, I will see you all later. Have a good day. Auf Wiedersehen. Yada yada. Enjoy the time. Bye.